Hello, everyone, and welcome to Coffee with Wes for September the 9th, 2025. I'm glad you're here this morning. Come on in. It's a cool fall morning here in Southern Illinois, in Carterville, Illinois. But it's kind of deceiving because I think today it's supposed to start the big warm up, and we're going to be warming up for the next several days. It's really dry here. I think the weather forecasters say we're in some kind of a drought. So the weather's going to be hot, but it's not going to be as humid. And so I think it's supposed to be more tolerable, but it's going to be hot anyway. I'm liking the cooler weather in the morning. Yesterday was down in the 40s. Today it's in the 50s. And we'll be making steady upward climb throughout the week. But anyway, enough of the weather forecast. Come on in, get you some coffee. My name is Wes. This is Coffee with Wes. And again, I serve as the pastor of the First Baptist Church of Cutler in Cutler, Illinois. So we're going to go ahead and get started. But before we do, tell me about your week. How's your week started? Today's Tuesday, second day of the week for most people. So how's it going? Did you get started well? You get off to a good start yesterday? Or are you hoping to make today a better day? You know, I really appreciate all your comments, all the insights that you that you post. And I enjoy reading them and try to get back with everyone or acknowledge as many as I can. So that's good. Just a reminder, on Wednesdays, there's a link that you can go to our YouTube channel or Buzzsprout channel, and there's a full Bible study that you can use for a small group Bible study. And there's a video that's included. There's some resources that are there. There's a 2-page discussion guide that's also included. And so it's all there. It's available Wednesday mornings around 7 a.m. And you can get that. Helps you if you're studying that particular lesson for your Bible study. And if you have any questions about that, or things don't always work the way they're supposed to work, you know how technology is, feel free to give me an email, drop me an email, let me know, put it in the comments, and I will do my best to get back with you just as soon as possible. Okay, let's go ahead and get started for this week, or this Tuesday. So we're searching for the greatest truths of all times. And last week we talked about God being the greatest name of all time. And this week we have focused on the greatest need of all time. And the greatest need that you and I have, and we have many needs, right? We have lots of wants, but we have many needs. But our greatest need, I don't care who you are, our greatest need is for forgiveness. So today's big idea is that true friends bring their friends, bring people to Jesus, because Jesus alone can forgive and Jesus alone can heal. Let me read from Luke chapter 5, verse 18, just one verse. So some men carrying a paralyzed man on a mat tried to take him into the house to lay him before Jesus. So a little background, a little context on that verse. So there was this paralyzed man who had some friends, and the friends decided Jesus was going to be in town in Caesarea, and he was going to be in town. So they knew that Jesus was about healing and went about healing, and they thought, you know, if we can get our friend to Jesus, Jesus can heal him. So the friends did for the man what the man could not do for himself, and bring him to Jesus. And he couldn't get into Jesus on his own, the paralyzed man. So his friends refused to give up. They were going to bring him to Jesus, and their faith was active and determined. And that's the reason why they brought him to Jesus in the first place. Now, you notice here in that verse 18, it says that they tried to take him into the house and lay him before Jesus. But so the obstacle for the paralyzed man was he couldn't get to Jesus. Well, the friends brought him to Jesus. The obstacle for the friends was they couldn't get into the house because it was just full of people. And but yet they were active and they were determined, and it was the faith that motivated them to act. So here's our application for today of that verse. We all know people who need Jesus, but cannot or will not come to him on their own. They just won't do it. I mean, they need Jesus. We know they need Jesus, and they may know they need Jesus, but they just won't come to him. And our role, your role and my role, is to carry them to Jesus. And I don't mean that we pick them up physically as these folks did, these friends did. I'm not talking about picking someone up physically, throw them in your car and head down the highway to the church and dumping them out and bringing them into the service and clamping them down in the seat so they can hear the gospel. I'm not talking about that. But we carry them to Jesus through our prayers for them. We carry them to Jesus through encouraging them. We carry them to Jesus by, when the opportunities arise, by sharing the gospel with them, by giving them an account of the hope that we have in Jesus Christ. And so that's how we carry them. We carry them with love and with gentleness. We don't hit them on the head with the 50-pound Bible, as some have been known to do. So the challenge here for us today is, I want to challenge you to think of one person that you can carry to Jesus this week through your prayers, through an invitation, through a simple act of love in their behalf. So think of that one person and activate your faith and bring them and carry them to Jesus. But before we go, I want you to think on this. Faith is not passive. It actively brings others into the presence of the one who is able to forgive and heal. All right, folks, happy Tuesday. Hope it goes well for you today. And enjoy the mornings. I love the mornings. It's just everything is refreshing and new, and just gets me up, gets me going. By the end of the day, though, I got to tell you, kind of dragging along. Let me get another sip of coffee, and I'll send you on your way. Okay? Let's drink it together. All right, we're ready. Let's hit it. Bye for now.